Hello and welcome to Creativity. This is a place where I share some of my favorite pattern finds online that, of course, I don't think I have the skills to make. So this is my way of manifesting into the words that maybe more skilled knitters than me or crochet than me can make these patterns. So grab some tea, grab your project, get comfy, and let's discover some new patterns together. I'm gonna share the patterns from the top to the bottom of the body, the space. So the first pattern I want to talk about today is the klaryberet or klaryberet by Clara Nilsson. This is a gorgeous knitted beret that's in the pictures shown. It's made in red, yellow and pink, and it's stunning. It has this textured detail. The pattern is made in DK yarn with 4.5 millimeters needles, and it comes in English as well as Swedish. It's knitted from the bottom up with circular needle, so you can try it on while you make it, and then it is folded to the inside and sewn in place. Everything is made with the knit stitch with Fair Isle technique, and so it has floats on the back, and it uses 3 colors. There are some projects on Ravelry for this beret, not much, dare I say. There are 25 at the time I'm filming this, and all of these are gorgeous color inspiration, I think. Also for other projects, just coming into this and knowing that it works with 3 colors, you can just see how the colors work together and use the 3 colors for other project you have in mind if you're not making this specific beret. But it does look stunning. I especially love the one made by Lotto, where it has neutral colors, so it's very different from the one we see in the pattern page, but it's still lovely nonetheless. Moving on from this one, I wanna propose you a sweater is the lil'lac sweater by Lindsay Degan or Dejan. I am very sorry with all the pronunciation I'm gonna make, but this is a knitted pullover made again in DK yarn weight, and I think this is especially good if you have any DK scrap yarn lying around, maybe from other project you made. The beret also is a great one for that, but this one is especially neat because again it has this texture over the boxy and oversized fit with a bubble sleeve and a tight clean cuff detail. I think it looks gorgeous. Again, great color choices. You can see how the colors work together. I believe this is made in more than 10 different colors, but I don't think it would be a big problem if you would want to make it with less. This pattern is made from bottom up, beginning with lil'lac, which is a very weird, knitting way of starting a sweater. So I would very much like to see this one made and see how it works. It does say in the pattern page that it comes with helpful diagrams and photos, so I do believe this could be a really nice knit when you get to understand the technique. Again, this has few photos on Ravelry. It has 32 projects at the time I'm filming this, and I do believe this is quite advanced with the technique as well as the making. It might require a bit of time, so I do totally understand that there aren't many projects logged with this. But in the project category, some of the most stunning sweater I have ever saw. I love Alexandra Fink's lil'lac sweater. It has this blue-toned row alternating with more colorful one, and it does remind me of a book I read when I was a child about a fish who was missing a scale. I don't know if that's just an European Italian thing, but that book was everywhere in all the kids' libraries. I also love Kate Greeny 99 sweater. This one, it has the most gorgeous palette. I see this photo and I would like to take a bite of it. But all of them are gorgeous. I think it has this great Harlequin-like look. And I want to point out like left and right sweater, because again, they work with just 4 colors and alternated them, and I think it looks great nonetheless. So even with less color. Or a bisquail sweater. This is all neutral, so it's gray and undyed yarn from other project. And again, it just looks great because the texture works even without the colors. Staying in the body category, we have the Jattiruutu Mekko by Vera Jusilla. This is a knitted dress. I love it because I do not see many knitted dress around, so this is very nice to me, and I also really like the grid pattern on it and the oversized fit of the skirt. It's not something I would wear, but I would really love to see it on other people. So this is knitted in a fingering weight yarn. It comes in English and Finnish on 3.5mm circular needles. So I don't think you need any special techniques for this one. It does seems all stockinette. I don't know if the grid is made with color work during the making of the dress, or is applied later with duplicate stitch or embroidery. I don't think, I can't tell from the photos they used. Maybe it is worked during the work of the dress, but then I won't really know how floats are on the inside. But anyway, as the time of filming this, there are no project logged on Ravelry for this dress, and I do think that's such a shame because it looks really nice, and I do believe that even in lighter colors with just a simple camisole, a simple shirt underneath, it would look amazing. So manifesting seeing more of this. Staying on the top part of the body and adding some more accessories, I want to talk about the baa-ble mittens and cowl by Donna Smith. These are so nice. I love the way the photos they took are aligned with the color work pattern of the cowl. Like you have the sky part is with the lake part of the background of the photos, and the landscape is aligned. I don't know how to tell you, but the photo will explain itself, I believe. This is a knitted cowl and mittens pattern that is worked with Aran weight yarn with 4 and 4.5mm needles. This was used as the official head pattern for Shetland Wool Week of 2015. I just think that's amazing. So it is intended to be knitted with Jamisons of Shetland Aran weight wool, and it's knitted at a tight gauge to keep out the wind. That is so nice. This description just says they live in the Highlands. It comes with 2 charts for knitting a shallow version or a deep version of the cowl. This is a bit more famous compared to the previous one I mentioned. This has 430 projects listed on Ravelry. I do believe it's because it's quite a bit more old, so it had more time to get around, and also because it was again cited as the official head pattern for a wool week that I do believe is a festival. I don't know, but again. In the project session for this one, I must say there are some gorgeous realizations, but the one I like best is the one from the project photos, so that I mean, when you choose your yarn, be mindful of that. And some of these colors, some of the colorway that were chosen, some darker ones, some lighter one, I think works great. But I do prefer the neutral ones made with the Jamisons of Shetland yarn. So anyway, great realizations all around. And my last for today creativities is actually two patterns. One is the bumblebee cat sweater that introduced me into the fact that cat sweaters exist, and it's extremely cute, by Justin Bottles. So it's clothing for a pet knitted in worsted weight yarn with 5.5 millimeters needles. There are three sizes for three different measurements for cats. You can actually make it for your dog, not just for cats, but it does has a custom measurement for best and most comfortable fit. And the thing this has introduced me was the category pet clothing on Ravelry, and the bumblebee cat sweater has 27 projects, mostly of cats. There are some dogs in there, but they are just the best thing ever. Just if you're having a bad day and you need a pick-me-up, please go into the pet clothing category on Ravelry and then just go and watch photos of different projects made for cats and pets in general. Some of these are great. I absolutely love Jade Nitty costume for their cats because they also added a bonnet with little antennas and it's adorable. And so in that category, so while I was watching the Bumblebee sweater, I found the Booboo sweater by Shayla Toy Stromberg. Again, a clothing for pet made in Aran weight yarn with 4.5 and 5 millimeter needles. This is just a knitted sweater for a cat, and the cat seems so chill. My cats would hate this. They would scratch the hell out of me. It has a little cable motif on the back, so it does keeps things interesting. And this has 63 projects on Ravelry, again, mostly on cats, and they are just stunning. All these lovely little cats, and sometimes a Yorkshire appears, and it's so cute. I adore boxes of tangerines sweater. I adore Andes Sonmi sweater. The cat is just having the best time chilling in front of the fireplace. And even if these patterns does not have the best rating of them all, some of the projects says it is quite confusing. It doesn't have the best instructions. I just believe the clothing category on pets is so nice. Most of them are for dogs, so that's why I decided to share two for cat lovers out there. But if you go into the category, again, you will see so many nice sweaters for little to mid-sized dogs. Some of these are free patterns. Most of them have the most gorgeous project photos ever. So yeah, just go check it out. These were my pattern recommendations for today. I do believe some of these are quite advanced, but again, if you're looking for something really creative and if you want to try techniques you may have not tried yet, I think these patterns could give you a chance to do that. If you like this video, I would love to share my love for other patterns, other creative and weird patterns that have not been made many times. So if you want to make this a series, just tell me so in the comments and I would really like to make more. You can find more videos on my channel. Some of them are in English, most of them are in Italian, but they all come with subtitles. So I really hope to see you on some other videos. Bye!